Have you ever felt a chill down your spine when encountering an unexplainable phenomenon? In today's video, we will explore the 10 scariest ghost videos ever recorded. Make sure you don't watch alone at night. The mysterious ghost in the abandoned house. This strange video was recorded by a group of young friends when they decided to explore an abandoned house.
でもここか本当だなんだっけコーンだっ
これなんだっけ
け何
この蜂みたいな黄色と黒のなんか
いや知らねえ俺は知るわけねえんだろこうじゃなんてやったことねえよ
お前はいつかあれだよ高知で働くんだよ
Initially, everything was going normally until they ventured deep inside the house. When slowed down, a blurry silhouette of an armless girl briefly appears on the screen. Is this just a prank, or is it really a trace of something more terrifying? The demon in the abandoned factory. This next mysterious video captures the experience of two men living in South Korea as they go camping deep in the woods. On their way back, they got lost and decided to spend the night at an abandoned factory that had been deserted for over 50 years. There is something strange in the footage that is truly frightening.
Turn the light on. Sounds like it's in the corner.
Shit! Which way's the exit? Which way's the exit?
As night fell, while fumbling around for an exit, they inadvertently encountered a terrifying entity that is not human. The footage captures chilling sounds and the silhouette of a bizarre being. Could it be that this abandoned factory is not entirely unclaimed?
Sounds like it's in the corner.
The mystery of the girl in the haunted bus. In a deserted junkyard, a curious young man decides to explore an old bus that has been left behind for many years. While wandering around searching, a faint noise emanates from the old bus, piquing his curiosity. He suddenly catches sight of the girl sitting by the window, so he moves closer to check inside, which is completely empty. Later, he finds an old newspaper article about a serious accident that claimed the life of a student on this bus. What was the shadow he saw? The spirit of the girl, or just a hallucination?
There is a mysterious legend surrounding an abandoned sewer in a northern town in the United States, where long winters and white snow cover everything. It is said that inside there is something horrific that does not belong to this world. Jack, a young man with an adventurous spirit, decided to be the one to explore the mysteries within. There's nothing in there but darkness and garbage, he told his friends as he accepted the challenge and prepared for the expedition. However, this journey quickly became an obsession. When he reached the end of a dark tunnel, Jack sensed that something was wrong. The air in the sewer was suddenly cold, and the damp walls reflected strange shapes. As he ventured deeper inside, he suddenly heard a soft voice echoing in the silence. "Thank you." The voice was unclear, as if it came from far away, but it felt very close behind him, followed by a terrifying shadow. This strange event remains a big question for those who have watched the footage. Do you think this is a ghost or just a reflection of light? The female ghost in the garden. Another video was shot in an empty rural area in Asia, where a man named Lee was looking for something late at night. The reason he went outside at this hour was because of rumors about a mysterious phenomenon occurring in an old garden that locals always avoid at night, and he unintentionally encountered a terrifying shadow. Let's watch this video and judge for ourselves. Is this a ghost or just imagination?
Logs and stuff, like ceremonial. And then there's like a teepee, like how fucking crazy this is. Whoa, what the fuck? Oh shit.
Carrying a flashlight, Lee walked through the trees, the dim light of the flashlight flickering. Suddenly, as the light swept across a tree, he found a faint shadow resembling a woman with long hair, dressed in a light white dress, vanishing in
The eyes in the dark. 3 close friends, Alex, Ben, and Clara, were explorers of abandoned places. Hearing rumors about a mysterious tunnel beneath the city, they decided to venture in to investigate. That night, armed with a flashlight and a handheld camera, they began their journey down the tunnel, unaware of the horrors that awaited them. Watch the video to feel it. As they entered the tunnel, darkness enveloped them, with only the faint light of the flashlight illuminating the rough path. A sense of unease began to creep into their minds. When they reached the end of a passage, they suddenly spotted 2 small glowing dots, like the eyes of some creature staring at them from the darkness. They stood still, tense and frightened. Horrifying face. There are stories that should never be told again, yet somehow they still find their way onto the internet, spreading like a mysterious warning. The following video is said to have taken place in an abandoned hospital, once the largest treatment center in the area, which was closed after a horrific accident many years ago, and someone captured something terrifying. The video shows a man's face. His face is pale, as if drained of all blood, his eyes sunken and hollow like dark pits. His mouth is wide open, as if trying to overcome something, but no sound comes out. He stares directly at the camera, those soulless eyes unblinking, as if wanting to say something, but held back by an invisible force.
The horrifying face in the basement. Now, on to the next story. A man named Alex had recently moved into an old house where he lived alone. That night, he heard strange noises coming from the basement. Curious but cautious, he decided to check it out. What he found down there was something truly terrifying. At first, everything seemed normal, but as Alex reached the far end of the basement, where time had eroded the walls, he felt something watching him.
It's cold in here.
What was that? Hello?
From a small crack in the wall, a pale face slowly emerged. Its skin was ghostly white, eerily smooth, and lifeless. But the most horrifying thing of all were its deep, empty eyes. The shadow, outside the window. A young woman named Ashley lived alone in an apartment in California. One evening in October, around 8 p.m., she noticed a strange shadow moving across her neighbor's window. Thinking it was a burglar, Ashley grabbed a flashlight and shined it toward the figure to warn the homeowner and scare the intruder away. But every time the light hit the shadow, it vanished, almost as if it had never been there. She tried several times, and the same thing kept happening. The shadow would appear when the light was off and disappear when the light was on. A deep sense of unease crept over Ashley, as if someone was watching her. she decided to record the incident with her phone. To her shock, the video captured the shadow appearing and vanishing in an eerie, inexplicable manner. Feeling terrified, Ashley chose not to investigate further. Instead, she locked her doors tightly. No matter how hard she tried, she couldn't explain what had just happened. The mystery of the dark web. Monstersome videos were never meant to be seen. Yet, somehow, they surface on the internet, spreading like a chilling warning. This particular footage was allegedly discovered on the dark web, uploaded by an anonymous user. Those who have seen it claim they can never forget what they witnessed. The video reveals a creature unlike anything known to mankind. It is gaunt, with pale, almost translucent skin stretched thin over its skeletal frame, as if it had been starving for an eternity. Some have dubbed it the monster from the darkness, but the truth about it remains a terrifying mystery. Is it a real entity, or just something dragged straight from the depths of a nightmare?